Welcome. I'm going to walk you through a good warm-up routine to do before you get out to the range, or when you get to the range, warming up for a round. So start out with a weighted club, 2 clubs here. We're just going to make some full swings, right-handed first. We're really trying to just get a range of motion and working in that range of motion, getting that rotation, but we're also focused on creating a nice rhythm. Okay, we're really, this can really help if you just focus on swinging that golf club, just kind of getting out of the way and just allowing it to just swing. Okay, and then we're gonna do reverse, left-handed. Okay, now when you're doing this, be playful with your feet. Allow your feet to dance around a little bit. I don't want you to just be swinging flat-footed or anything. I want you to almost feel like you're going back and forth like this, like you're dancing kind of. All right, so be real creative in just the movement in the feet. This again is creating some rhythm, getting you into that flow state so that you can, so you have good rhythm going right into the full swings. Okay, now we're gonna go behind the legs. Okay, just run this golf shaft right down the back of your leg. Okay, okay, and then we're gonna go into some rotations. Again, on this one, you can let your feet come up off the ground. All right, and then we're gonna go overhead. Get the shoulders and the triceps. I like to go to both sides to where I can get all the way down here. Okay, and then while we're stretching that part, we'll do overheads. Really try to feel the stretch up in the lat. Kind of just reach over that way. Okay, then we'll do some arm circles. I like to just go wide with these. I don't think going small circles really is that beneficial. I go both directions. When I'm going backwards, I like to do one at a time so that I can get full range of that motion. Okay, now we're gonna stretch your feet. Just do some ankle rolls, just rolling in circles, and then we'll go each direction. Okay. All right, then we're gonna hit the knees. So we're just gonna feet together, go in a circular motion. Again, we're gonna go both directions here. Okay. Now we're gonna go wide with the feet, and we're gonna get, we're just falling to the ground here. Okay. Bend the knees, get a little more into the hips. Okay. We just get wider. And as you get better with stretching, you really get into your body. And we're not really we're trying to be creative. We're feeling into these stretches. Okay. I'll hit the quads. All right. Okay. Then we're going to hit the glutes. Okay. You can also do this without a club. So we're working on your balance as well. Okay. Sit down into this as deep as you can get. All right. Both sides, of course. Okay. Sit down into that. All right. Then we're gonna go down on the ground. We're gonna get the front of this. Okay. And while we're in this position, we can just straighten that leg out, and we can hit the hamstring again if you'd like. Okay, really good there. All right, so we got basically all the way up. You can do the calves. You can also do that with the club this way. All right, forearms, wrists. I like to do wrist circles, both directions. Hit the wrist this way, Other side, other bottom of the arm. This way. All right. Like going over here to the side, palms down, going this way. Okay. Also see some people do this sometimes. It's okay. I don't think this kind of gets the range of motion a little bit in the wrist. Okay. We'll get neck. Do some neck circles. Both directions. Okay. And at that point, you should be pretty loosened up. Okay. And then sometimes I'll go back, do the 2 clubs again. All right, and that's your warm up. Do that every day. Do it even when you're not at the course, when you're at home. Just increase these stretches, increase the range of motion. The more you do these stretches, the more you'll implement it to what you like, what you prefer, your movements. You'll you'll do it according to how your body is at the current state, and then you'll be able to kind of know where you're starting, and then be able to just incrementally get more flexible and really feel into these stretches on what area you're stretching. And that's another thing that's really important. Like when you're doing the stretch, know what you're trying to stretch and focus on that area. And every little tweak we make, and like according to our body, we're going to be able to maximize that stretch for us. So feel free to incorporate other stretches that you like into this. This is just kind of some of the basic stuff that I go through. That pretty much covers head to toe. Another one I did miss was this one. Get wide, touch the inside of your feet at the heel. Okay. This really gets your lower back and gets that rotation in there, and really keeps the lower body loose. Okay. Now you're ready for your warm up. You're nice and stretched out. Ready for a good round of golf. Start out. I like to start out 9-iron and not picking any targets. We're just trying to hit it out here like it's the ocean. We're really trying to just ease into the warm up. We're not going to start ripping drivers, or we're not going to start putting down alignment sticks right away. We want to really have our mind really relaxed at this point. We don't want to put too much constraints on seeing too many lines. We don't want to be too mechanical at this point. I like to think of it like an artist, like you're doing a painting, right? You're just allowing your arm, your imagination, creativity to create the painting, whatever is going to come out at that moment. Whatever you're creating at this moment, allow that to manifest itself in the moment. So literally, I'm not thinking about anything right now. I'm just seeing what my body's creating today, and it's literally like I'm still stretching. I'm stretching now. I'm just stretching my swing, and I'm just seeing. I'm getting the feel in my hands, and I'm feeling where the low point of the swing is, and just trying to get that confidence rising as we start. So we're here, really just thinking rhythm. Also, at this point of the warm-up, I believe it's really important to give yourself a pretty good lie. We definitely want to avoid starting out with poor lies, because then we're going to be manipulating our swing to get the club on the ball, which might cause you to be getting steep right away. So if we're ingraining that steep swing right away, and then when we get a good lie, we might tend to be a little too steep. So try to give yourself good lies so that we can really hit each shot really crisp, and then so we're really increasing our confidence. Okay, and these are all just neutral shots. What I mean by neutral is fairly square club face, medium trajectory, just a normal neutral ball position, neutral setup, pretty square, everything pretty square, pretty neutral. And just trying to get this club to hit the ball solid and make sure that I have the correct angle of attack. And to have the correct angle of attack, we need to know how we need to set up to the golf ball. Some days it might be a little different than other days, depending on just the conditions, how your body's feeling, how you slept last night, all these little variables. And that's what we're trying to kink out, or for lack of a better word, we're trying to get those things out and figured out at this point. Okay. Now, only until I'm really hitting these solid, which I'm hitting them solid right now, until I'm at that point where I'm very confident in the contact. I'm very confident in this is the setup for today. This is the feel. Only until I got that all figured out, and then I'll start picking a target, or I'll start hitting them a little bit fuller shots. And to continue there, what I was saying, I kind of stopped. But once I have everything figured out, right, then I change trajectories, or I'll change the shape of the shot once I got this all straightened out. Okay. Also, like when you're warming up, really important, like to take in what the conditions are right now. Like right now, the wind is this way, pretty strong. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but wind's coming in this way off the ocean, a little bit from the north, this way, right? So ball's gonna go a little bit shorter, and it's also gonna draw a little bit on me, okay? So I'm just taking that into, I'm just aware of that. And then I'm aware like where the first tee is, what type of shot I'm gonna have off that first hole, you know? So, you know, everybody on the tour, everyone has their very unique ways of warming up. Some at this point will be throwing down devices, alignment sticks. Some will put sticks in the ground to help them with their swing plane. I am not a big fan of that stuff, especially before you're about to go out for a round of golf. Maybe after you played your round, you knew kind of what your misses were, what you struggled with, and at that point, then it's like, okay, you know, you have lunch after your round, you reflect, okay, I'm going to do this drill and try to work that out, what I screwed up during the round. And then after the round, you know, work on that type of stuff. But I think when you're warming up, it's really important to just try to warm up your body and know that whatever skill set you have, you're not going to really improve it or fix it at this point of the round. At the beginning of the round, we're really trying to play target golf. We're not trying to play golf swing. We're trying to be focused on target. We're trying to simplify the thinking. We're trying to be on one track mind, which is hit the club on ball, ball to target, send ball to target. That's it. Like very, very simple. We're trying to build our confidence at this point. You know, if you're working on stuff and you're going to be focused on the wrong things, take the game that you brought that day, take it to the course. It's not going to be perfect, right? You're going to maybe be fading the ball a little more or drawing it more, but I always recommend that you play the shot that you have that particular day. Don't try to fight it, okay? Just go with what you have. Very important. So, again, like if I had a stick down here right now, to me, that just doesn't really do anything, you know? I'm just seeing that or I'm feeling that I'm making good contact, and I'm actually seeing how much the wind is actually drawing the golf ball just on these half swings. It's actually making the ball move right to left by, I would say, 5-8 feet, maybe even a little more. And these are like straight shots I'm hitting out there. So I'm taking note that this amount of wind is making the ball curve this much. That way, when I get on the course, I'm like, okay, I know the feel of this wind. This is 8 to 12 mile an hour. I know kind of where I need to start this thing, or how much I'm gonna have to add on if it's into the wind. These type things. Now, typically, I would have started hitting more full shots at this point, but for today, for this purpose of the video, I'm just hitting these half shots. But typically I'll start with the 9-iron, then I'll go to like a 6-iron, then maybe a 3-iron, then 5-wood, 3-wood driver is usually what I'll do, and then I'll probably go back to the 9-iron afterward. Might hit a few like little chips with the 60-degree, a few like flops or something. Those type of shots, I might have those field greens or those field shots, or if there's a green nearby that I can hit chip shots, I'll maybe go over there and hit some chips, and then I'll go hit the putting green before I go to that first tee. Putt for 5-10 minutes. Really focusing on speed for the most part. Right, so that's about it for the warm-ups. Don't be afraid to tweak your warm-up. Make it real personal to you. This is just where it works for me, and trial and error. See what works. Try this way out. Try different ways and see what works for you.